good morning, good day to the rest of the world. Welcome to our OneAcademy Nights call, where the K, as you see in the background, is for knowledge at night. We certainly appreciate you being on the call with us tonight. My name is Edwin Wilson, and I am from the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago in the Caribbean. I am your host with a reminder of why we are here. Our founder, Dr. Ruja Inatova, has said, "We learn today to lead tomorrow." What is OneAcademy? OneAcademy is an innovative e-learning platform covering a broad range of topics, including finance areas such as financial analysis, asset management, Forex, the stock exchange, cryptocurrency, and more. Our mission is to provide our students with a guide and educational material needed to achieve financial literacy. OneAcademy was developed by finance experts and academics. It is highly structured and easy to understand. You learn at your own pace and can be part of the future of the global finance reset. Our intention is to give you a unique sense of understanding and facts, which you can use to enhance your knowledge and daily life, as well as promote our core product, OneAcademy, and the benefits of the ecosystem. I encourage you to take copious notes to assist you in your quest to become certified, knowledgeable, and wise business leaders and money managers. Our presenter tonight is Miss Muriel Zama. A little bit about Mr. Zama. Muriel training and education in the undergraduate. Oops, give me 1 minute here. The computer decides to do its own thing. In the field of accounting management, private and public business administration, management, information systems, strategic project planning, and project and program management. Muriel work background and consultancy experience includes strategic management, cross-functional development, and management of project teams from diverse backgrounds, cultures, locally, regionally, and internationally. She is also an adjunct lecturer for one of the Masters of Science programs in the engineering faculty at our regional university. She is a go-giver and a go-getter, solution-oriented, and a strong inner motivation and drive. She has an outward personality and involved in extreme sports, I can vouch for that, including ziplining, diving, and deep sea fishing, also swimming. She embraces lifestyle, encourages health and wellness. Muriel also says, "My burning desire is to empower and to equip persons to successfully navigate through life journey." This vehicle, this platform has allowed her the opportunity to not only improve her life, but the lives of many other people. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to now step out of the way and hand the platform over to the lady that I have just described for you, a little of who she is, Muriel, are you ready for us? Because we are definitely ready for you.
Absolutely, I am. And let me just open my presentation. Let me know if you have seen it.
Definitely, it's up.
Excellent, excellent. Yes, we are about education, and my favorite is that, and I'll share with you in respect of how I see education in the context of this business, because this is what we are about. We are about education, education of the masses. I just want to play a couple short videos before I start my presentation for you. This is by
the reason that the economy was so sick. It's not the coronavirus. It's because of everything the government did before the coronavirus.
Why do you think that argument of blaming capitalism is so attractive?
The government needs to bail out individuals. The government has to bail out the states. The government has to bail out corporations. With what money? The government doesn't have any money. We're about to find out the hard way that the most expensive way to pay for government is through inflation. This is going to end in complete catastrophe.
Big government's the problem. No, it's bailout. No, we got to look at the GDP. No, we got to look at our debt ratio. No, we got to look at the gold standard.
Everybody is broke. Nobody has savings. And then this crisis comes. We can't kick this can down the road anymore.
If we're spending trillions on the military, why can't we spend money on sending checks to people?
The idea is two wrongs make a right, but they don't. So now they want to make college even more expensive by making it free.
Why do we bail out the too big to fail?
We elected Donald Trump. And then as soon as he got to Washington, he became part of the very swamp that he wanted to drain.
Trump wasn't expecting a pandemic, though.
Who cares about the stock market? It's a bubble.
Are you saying Biden's going to beat Trump?
I think the odds are in my favor.
Are you willing to bet an ounce of gold?
People don't vote for freedom. They vote for free stuff.
We need to stop spending money. We need to figure out a way to pay off our debt. And in doing so, we need to raise the taxes. No one's going to vote for this person.
This thing is going to implode, and it's going to implode soon. The party is going to end. The dollar is going to crash, and we're going to see the cost of living go through the roof.
Absolutely. Peter Schiff is on the money. And I want to share with you another video by Mr. Robert Kiyosaki, who also puts it in perspective. So just give me 1 second as I pull together Robert.
The reason that
Okay,
the economy...
sorry.
This market is going to come down. It's going to be the biggest crash in world history because
Video stop.
this market is going to come down. It's going to be the biggest crash in world history because pensions are the biggest problem in the world. And in 1999, I said in 2016 the market would crash, but it didn't crash. And there's many reasons why it didn't crash. One reason was I didn't foresee quantitative easing.
Yeah.
I didn't think it would print that much money. I still can't believe it. I couldn't believe interest rates would go below zero. So that's why it didn't crash. And what's real money is gold and silver. You know, gold and silver are God's money. God made them. I'm not really religious, but God made that money. Unlike Bitcoin, unlike the dollar, the peso, or the yen. But who's told my pension just came out, and because where that's affecting us is the real reason this is the prophecy is real, is because the pensions are crashing. And when I came back from Vietnam, I was 25 years old, about your age. My poor dad was poor. I just come back from Vietnam. He was unemployed. He had no job. He had no paycheck, and he had no pension. He had a PhD. He didn't know anything. So that's why that Rich Dad company was founded, some years later, is because I had to prove I knew what I was doing so I could get rich without a job, without paychecks, without a pension. And that's why the Rich Dad company was founded, because with the right financial education, this crash would be the best that ever happened. But if you're thinking like my poor dad, PhD, poor, helpless, and desperate, you'll probably be just like him. that's the problem, because you have Uber is a complete stock market scam. You have WeWork, you have Peloton. Those are all your generation stocks. And they're complete shams. But they make a lot of money right now. So the reason I'm saying this is your greatest asset is this, your brain. Okay, so going back again 25 years, 50 years now, when I graduated from school, when I was 25 years old, all of my friends wanted high-paying jobs. So I get out of the Marine Corps, and what many of my classmates did, they went to fly for United Airlines. So they made a lot of money. For them, it was a lot of money. It was about $400,000 a year. I didn't take that route. Instead, I went to work for Xerox to learn how to sell. Because if you're going to be an entrepreneur, you've got to sell. So when I say that to most people, they say, well, I don't want to sell. So you're not going to learn that way. Then I had to learn how to public speak. Then I learned to write books and all this. So I get richer and richer and richer as the economy goes down. So all of you listening right now, this is your greatest asset. And you have a chance. Because while your classmates are crashing and burning, you might go the other way. Because most of my classmates are broke right now. My friends who are captains for United Airlines, their pensions disappeared, I think, in 2009 or 10. Got wiped out. So the biggest thing here is that what I say to young people is invest in this here. Because that's all I did. So ladies and gentlemen, Rich Dad was founded back in 1997, which is, I don't know how many years, 22 years now. But the reason is we believe in teaching people to fish. Our school system teaches you to fish. And there's 20% of the population, 80-20 rule, it's called Pareto's Law. 80% versus 20%. So 80% of the people need to learn how to fish. 20% need to be given fish. The problem is what Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren and all these socialists and communists are saying, they're good people. I agree with them. But the number of people who need to be given fish only increases. So you can listen to the school teachers who say that we should take care of the poor, and we should, but not by giving them money. It's our school system. We're still teaching people to work for money and give poor people money. And there's 20% that needs to be given money, but the rest of you can do something. People say, what can I do? Well, everybody can go out and buy silver right now. Silver price went down today. It's good news. It's less than $20. Everybody in the world can afford $20. But again, out of 100, only 2 might buy silver. The other thing is, what am I investing in? I'm still in real estate. You know why? The interest rates are so low. The housing prices are high. That's why there's a bubble in property. But I'm building old age homes right now, called senior living for me. As Kim says, she's reserved the penthouse for me. It's a big market. In 2020 to 2030, there'll be 2 billion old guys like me turning 65. 2 billion all over the world. And the last thing I want to say is this. It's the biggest opportunity in the history of the world.
It is the biggest opportunity in history. And a lot of instructions and instructive comments from
books like this, more than anything, have changed my life.
Hold on,
more than any class I ever took in school, more than any college class I took, even though I didn't finish going to college. Books allowed me to download the best and the brightest ideas from people both living and dead directly into my brain. Imagine, this is a book we have here in Mentor Box. Jared Diamond won the Pulitzer Prize, Guns, Germs, and Steel. I have
not bad information, but not the information that we're ready for at this point in time, because I want to share with you some relevant information on a project that I have started, which makes sense. And I want to tell you this. The mind, you've heard it before, but it is so real. The mind is like a parachute. It only works when it's open. And I want you to have an open mind in respect of this project that I'm going to share with you, because it is going to impact you, impact your life. It's time for an upgrade. It is indeed time for an upgrade. Things are changing, and what Robert spoke about was education is the key. And why I said that our mind must be like a parachute and it must be opened. And education is key. The right education from the right people. Because I'm telling you this up front. Don't be like me and take long to get started in something that you need to get started in right now. Because one, you ask the wrong persons. You would know very successful persons. I did. And not because someone has a very successful, let's say, dental establishment, dental clinic, dental business, would they be able to give me information on a successful construction business, because they are successful in that field. And when I saw this opportunity, I did that. When I heard about it, I asked a dentist coach about this construction business and what they think. And because they don't know, I was given the wrong advice and listened to that wrong advice, because I thought the dentist knew all. So you have to open your mind. It is only when I took the education, went to the academy, listened to the persons who were in this business, that I was able to understand and take my head out from the sand. So it's time for an upgrade. And there are so many clues around. Robert spoke a lot of what's happening. But we could see it right in front of our eyes. 10 years ago to now, you see that in just 10 years, the cameraman, because to do aerials, you would go in a helicopter and you have a cameraman in a helicopter with another person. That is gone. Those jobs are gone because you have drone. You have drone technology. So things are changing. Things are changing. And that's why this project, One Life, is very significant. We are a global company. Global company. We are in over 140 and 94 countries, right? We are 3.7 million members, over 6 continents, with multiple platforms through our one ecosystem. And I will share with you that as we proceed. But what is our mission? Because for any successful company, a company to make success and to be successful, there must be a vision, there must be a mission. And the mission of our company, our One Life Network, is to enable the global community, which I just shared with you, our global community of web users, to take active part in using, improving new cutting-edge digital products and services. And that's where we're at. We are in, for a long time you will hear it being said, the future is there, the future is right there. But we have lived the future, especially over the last few months, where people were forced, businesses, organizations, educational establishment, who were not ready to be digital, had to be ready, became ready because of that push to make it happen. So we were ahead of the curve. Our business is at the cutting edge of these digital products. So our aim, and the aim of the company, is to increase the quality of life of members. Where do you hear that? Where does the aim of an organization is to improve the quality of life of its members? And of course, in doing so, to provide alternative and equal access to practical, relevant financial education to people worldwide. And that education has been expanded. Financial, and the financial we'll see as we go along includes Forex, and the education is now expanded, as I will share with you, to law and blockchain. We continue. It provides alternative and equal access to practical, relevant, as I said, worldwide, and it is to ignite a natural educational evolution. That's so critical because, as Robert says, that's what you have to use. You have to educate yourself, and just not educate yourself and sit back, but educate yourself and have tools. Educate yourself and be empowered with practical tools to continue yourself and empower yourself and your family in this project. So it is invite opportunities for economic growth and create new market opportunities. And let's look at it. We're talking about evolution because the most constant thing in life is change, and everything changes. And again, stepping back to what happened with the corona and what continues to happen, because things are not going to be back to normal. The new normal is like an overused phrase, but that is what it is. And there are lots of things have to be changed, and our money changed because paper money could transmit bacteria. And that's a whole different story. So digital, and not just digital, but crypto-based, and we've expanded that. So let's talk about the evolution of money. So as part of this financial revolution, we know of the barter system of early. We may not have been directly involved, but we do a little bartering ourselves. I want a pound of rice, and I take a calf, and I take somebody wants a bale of wheat, and you have a horse. That become a little cumbersome in terms of managing that and apportioning it. So then it moved to gold coins. That in itself had its own issues because of transferability, because of weight, because of theft, piracy, pirates, etc. But we moved to gold coins, as Robert said, God's coins. And gold coins, there was also silver. And the start of the banking sector emerged with paper currency because people would take their gold, the bank will keep it and give them promissory notes indicating what they had. And that eventually morphed into paper currency. And there's so much details on that, but you would have the opportunity to get those details at another time. And of course, we move into the card system. The card system, people like my parent saw the card system as doomsday because they take this card in a machine and they get cash, so that there was a lot of fear and lack of trust with the card system. And in parts of the world, you cannot use cash. You have only to use card system. And of course, that went into digital systems and PayPal and WePay and a number of digital systems. And finally, cryptocurrency. I started this opportunity and this project about just under 2 years ago. And at that time, there were about 2,000 cryptocurrencies. Right now, there are about 5,000 cryptocurrencies. And I want you to listen to Akon. Akon is an American Senegalese singer who really is full throttle in this area of cryptocurrency. And I want you to hear what he says in this small clip.
If people see the future of what cryptocurrency is, let me just give you a small example. Okay. We all agree that everything in the world is going digital. Now, I'll compare everything to the music business. I remember when I first started in the music business back in, I don't want to say my age, but I'm pretty old now. In the beginning of the music business, it was way before I came in, you had 8 tracks, right? Then from 8 tracks, you had vinyl. Then from vinyl, you had cassette tapes. Then from cassette tapes, you had CDs. Then you went from CDs to MP3s. Then you went from MP3s to streaming. You can see how it went straight analog into a full digital overplay, right? So now let's just say finances. Okay, in the beginning, you had cows, sheep, cattle that you used to trade. Then it went from cows, sheep, cattle to anything physical that had some kind of value. You went from that to gold and silver. Then you go from gold and silver to actually paper. Then you go from paper money to credit cards. Then you go from credit cards to bank wires. Now you're going from bank wires to cryptocurrency. So if you don't see the evolution and how things are going digital, you're already far beyond and behind. So you have to know that cryptocurrency is the future of finance. So now is the time not only to educate yourself, but to now start setting up your structure to where it can accept crypto as you're moving forward so you're not left behind. If people don't see the future of what...
Key, you have to educate yourself so you're not left behind. If you have not seen that cryptocurrency is where we're going, then you already have left behind. So who needs cryptocurrency? The unbanked. But everybody, but let's talk about the unbanked. You know, a significant percentage of the total world population, they do not have access to any formal or even semi-formal financial services. They don't have access to any of those platforms where you have credit cards because of a number of reasons, ID, where the banks are located. They don't. In sub-Saharan Africa, 80% unbanked. In Latin America, 65% unbanked. In East Asia, 59%. In the Middle East, 67%. In South Asia, 58%. You know, so a significant portion of those persons are unbanked. But you know what? They all have a mobile, and they all will be able to have access somehow to Wi-Fi. Thereby, with a phone and QR code, they have access to money. And next up is remittances, sending money. You know, in the Caribbean, we are, prior, of course, to all this issue with pandemic, and it still is because we have a significant portion of our population external. And we have a lot of barrel children. We have people who send money, get money, give money back and forth, and remittance, send money to our loved one. You build your future. You want to grow small businesses, you know, $600 billion a year are sent between people. But hear what? You have a couple of those who control that remittance factor, and as a result, charge you a pound, literally a pound and a crown. Because I have had the opportunity, or I have had to send money via wire transfer, via those other people, MoneyGram and Western Union, and you pay 33 1/3%. I've heard King James spoke about King James is our premier leader in this business, the captain of our team, and he has spoken about having to pay in excess amount of money. So if you're sending $200 to somebody US, they may end up with $150 because of the charges. With cryptocurrency, it's minimal, you know? So remittances for global trade. And you would know, if you are looking at this from anywhere in the world, apart from this western side of the world, you will see, but they're talking about the US dollar and the US and the US. Yes, because since the Bretton Woods Agreement, the US is the standard currency for exchange. So even if I want to get something right there in Barbados or Grenada, which is just a few miles away, 40 minutes, 30 minutes by airplane, I cannot use my currency. And we'll talk about that. I have to use US as an exchange. So you can't use your own, it's not accepted. So for global trade, you have to use the US. Of course, now China has, there's acceptance of the Chinese yuan, but primarily the US dollar. So that you need the cryptocurrency, because when you have all these changes in currency, even for travel, if you here have to go to another country, you take your TT dollars, you change it into pounds or US or whatever. When you reach wherever, you have to change it back into that. So you lose global trade, buying goods and services, you have to use US. So with cryptocurrency, you know, there's ease of settlement, border to border, you know, they are able to buy goods and services seamlessly, all right? And this is what this has done. Again, protecting income and wealth. And both videos spoke about the whole financial crisis and the whole issue of quantitative easing, the decline of money, you know, inflation, the US debt, all those things where your money and Robert spoke about pensions. You know, I worked in the public service for some time, worked as consultant contracting, and I have to, at the end of your contracted period, you get what's called a gratuity. So they owe me gratuity for about 6 years. You think that the income or the value of that is the same? No. So I have no protection of that income because it is attached to inflationary condition. You know, when they just print and press go wild, you see what happened recently there in terms of currency control. But again, we talk about the rise and fall of the US dollar. The purchasing power of the US dollar has significantly declined. And this is just from 1913 to 2019. It is minuscule, 3 cents or whatever. Whatever is the worth of it? There's no worth. The paper is not worth anything. And therefore, that's inflation, because the thing that you, look at this. You, in 2020, you could purchase a certain amount of goods and services, but what you paid for, what you got, the value of what you got in 2019 is not the same in 2020. Certainly not. Your basket of goods would be less, and certainly more so by 2021. Your basket of goods will be less because of inflation. You know, what has changed? The soil hasn't changed. If you have to buy mangoes or avocado, I love avocados, and I have to pay $30 and $40 and whatever. I remember even honey. I remember paying $40 for a bottle of honey a number of years ago. Now it's $100 and something. What has changed? What has happened with the bees? What happened to them? It's inflation. So fiat, this dollar, however pretty it is or not, is guaranteed to go down. The value is guaranteed to drop, right? However, disregard whether the coin will go up. At least you're not guaranteed that it will go down. Hence, cryptocurrency is your solution. Now, understanding how we use money, how we spend, how things are done, education is critical. And that's why what we sell is education. Education is at the heart of our company, because without that proper knowledge and education, you make incorrect decisions that will impact on your family and the lives of your people. So our key tagline is to Learn Today, Lead Tomorrow, where we help people to explore the financial world and get closer to your dreams. Hence, OneAcademy. OneAcademy, as was said earlier by Mr. Wilson when he introduced, he spoke about that, what OneAcademy is. And there are several areas. We have thousands of minutes of video lectures, and I'm saying we have 1,800 minutes there, but we have increased that now more with our blockchain. You know, I am the proud owner of blockchain, and we'll talk about that. We have finance, introduction to finance and money and financial markets and risk and behavioral finance, and a whole lot of other information that you could learn and lead and make proper decisions for any of your businesses. You have Forex. Forex is a $6-7 trillion industry. You know, you have the Forex fundamentals. You have the trading techniques, and we have expanded into that in terms of our own training for Forex from a coaching perspective. You have laws and illegal definition, and it cite 5 or 6 countries in terms of that, and it's translated into several languages. And therefore, let's look at it from the cryptocurrency. Now remember, we said education, and I'll share with you how the cryptocurrency, because when you get your educational packages, we give you tokens, and these tokens, when they're mined, they're turned into cryptocurrency. And what a cryptocurrency? And the cryptocurrency significantly different from what is spoken about digital money. The digital money will be still tied in a lot of instances to your same declining dollar. Cryptocurrency are protocols that allow the validation of transaction without the need for a third party, like the bank, credit card companies, or escrow agency. That's why you'll have some pushback or they're wanting to be part of it, right? Cryptocurrency, it's innovative. You have the potential to impact various aspects of the financial markets and, of course, the wider economy. They can dramatically reduce transaction costs. Remember, we spoke about that? We spoke about the remittances, so it will reduce transaction costs and give access to financial transaction and avoid pitfalls in certain monetary system. So it's like virtual gold. The value of digital currency depends on supply and demand. And I'm talking digital here, I'm talking our cryptocurrency. Therefore, it's compared to gold, and so it's called virtual gold. So the more a cryptocurrency is used, the more its demand and value rises. And our cryptocurrency is the #1 cryptocurrency in the world that has usability, and such the value increases. And I'll share with you as we process. Now, the blockchain, and the blockchain is the underlying technology that drives the cryptocurrency. So the blockchain is a digital technology that records and verifies transaction. It's an innovative technology. Now, I wouldn't go back into, we could go into when it started, because it started in 2008 with talking about cryptocurrency with Nagamoto when that whole crash came about. But fast forward, it changes the way many industries operate, including financial market, because it creates cost-efficient business networks. It's safe. You see, the blockchain ledger can track and trace anything of value. It's based on protocols that authenticate, validate, and store information in consistent, unbroken sequences that make the system safer by eliminating attempts of fraud, duplicity, and forgery. And I want you to hold that. That is very critical. So OneAcademy, we have packages where you can upgrade your education, your knowledge with blockchain. We have blockchain level 1, the fundamentals, And we have blockchain semi-professional level 2, a package which I proudly own. So this, you pay 2,000 euros, it's 100% cash, 50% coins, 50% fiat. You know, someone said recently, you know, you can't use gold. One of our leaders, Mr. Edwin Wilson, you cannot use gold to buy gold. You know that. But you know, you can use our cryptocurrency to buy our packages. So you have in that program, you have OneAcademy Finance Level 1, Level 2, and Level 3. And you also have blockchain Level 1 and Level 2. And of course, with our packages that we sell, we give you, it's optional, and you'll hear about that in a video. We give you free promotional tokens, right? You have a split or two, and that's the process. It goes through the process of mining, and you know, the person who invited you will give you more information. But let me just tell you a little more about blockchain technology, because like me, yes, I had many degrees and masters, etc. But truth be told, it went over my head. I really didn't pay attention, but I want you to pay attention. You see, I want to say it again. It's almost like repeating it, but it's important. Blockchain technology can detect and help governments to tackle corruption with an encryption and smart contract capabilities. Now we hear leaders talking about about digital and this, that, but are people serious? Because they hear what I said. It can help tackle corruption. So any government, any incoming government that talks about the fact that they really want to tackle corruption and encryption, smart contract, have to embrace blockchain technology. Not now, but right now. So it is a public ledger where data is recorded, encrypted, and distributed to every computer that it is connected to within the network. If any information has to be altered, then that must be verified across each ledger in the system, confirming the change is authorized and authenticated so before it can proceed further. And that would remove human error, because you would see how much billion or million lost and omissions of errors of omission. That wouldn't happen. So it will limit vulnerability, protecting the entire network from, let's say, bad actors. Now, a report from the World Economic Forum recently addressed 5 ways blockchain can help address corruption within government. It includes public procurement. We hear that talking about land titles. You hear me spoke about smart contracts, electronic voting, beneficial corporate ownership registries, grant distribution. You see, our One Life offers us education on blockchain technology to meet the future challenges. So it is now our responsibility to educate and to empower ourselves and you with the knowledge and understanding. So what you do is you attend our OneAcademy for a year. Minimum, you know, you would see, because it is the best theory and practical application that you would get in an academy such as ours. So let's say, this is an example. You purchase a level 2 blockchain package, 2,000 euros, you get 22,000 tokens. We have what's called splits. And when it's split, that's when it goes into the mining process, it doubles. So you get 44. It's like a stock split kind of thing. The difficulty rate will be the value of each token. So a token, let's say, is valued at 750. When it goes into mining, you get 58.7 coins. Those coins would now have a usability value, a purchasing value within our ecosystem of 4,000 euro, right? At present, our coin, the rate has increased to 42.45, is projected to go to 75, 43.43. So this is usability, and there's usability on our Deal Shaker platform. So we have several educational packages. You have the starter, your trader, your blockchain 1, blockchain 2 starter. There are several ways that you could mix these packages to get a greater level of tokens, and of course, therefore, have the ability to have coins that you can use on our Deal Shaker platform. One token, one split, and of course, this goes into the details of how the splits work. We have one ecosystem, and an ecosystem is like our diversification element of our business, where the one coin, our coin is called ones. Our one has a circle of influence, our ecosystem, and this ecosystem feeds into our coins. And of course, you have the OneAcademy, which is the education arm of it. You have exchange, which is not yet fluid because you have a lot of things here, but you still have things to come. So this is really at cutting edge. You have our One Life network community, our community of miners, people who see and share and want to be part of this system. You have our Deal Shaker from administrative perspective. You also have the merchant platform, our amazing e-commerce platform. And of course, we have trading and investment for the One Forex. We have our One World Foundation, charity at the core of what we do. And of course, our remittances, you know. Remember, we spoke about the fact that it's inevitable that fiat is going to go down. The value of your money, the spending power will be less continually. I came in at this opportunity in the 31st of August, 2018. So it's at the time when the value was 26. Now, it was shared to me or spoken to me around 2016, and I turned my nose up at it, you know, too educated for my own device, too smart for my own good, and asking the wrong people. And I missed out. But no, when I saw and I educated and thought through and I saw it for what it is, I jumped in full throttle. And I have experienced since then 3 different value increases. Because I started when it was $26.95, now it's $42.43. But some of my smarter, more intelligent colleagues who are part of this business, who started at the start 4 years ago, they have experienced several increase in value. So today we have it's 84.86 times, you know. It started in January 2015 at 0.05, and today, 2020, 42.43. So be sensible. Don't be like me in the beginning. Be like me now, full throttle. So the goal of this company is to become the #1 cryptocurrency in the world. And we can do that through usability, expansion, market capitalization. And let me tell you something. Upcoming this weekend will be an amazing demonstration of usability where we have between 50 and 80 countries with thousands of merchants in 5 continents, online, shopping, using our one cryptocurrency to buy goods and services. So what I want to do is I want to bring one of our leaders, our diamond, to let you know, to put it in context, to share with you what a summary of what I spoke about and looking at what is called a tale of 2 economies. I'll introduce Mrs. Michelle Mark from Team IAM to share in this video a tale of 2 economies.
For those of you who saw the presentation, I am going to go on the whiteboard, and the reason for doing this is sometimes people listen or they see a video and they may not understand all. So I would like to just sum it up for you and let you know what is our proposition. Our proposition is this. Presently, this is us, and this is our economy. It doesn't matter which country. And we have certain challenges that we all face within that. One may be recession. A second one, inflation. And a third is with technology, because of the fact that it's being changed so much, you can't keep up with it inside of our ecosystem. This is our proposition. The presentation that you have seen, this is what we are proposing to you. We are saying you are being invited by our company to become a student. This is you in our university. And our university is called OneAcademy, where you have a choice to study at least 4 disciplines. The first being finance, e-commerce, law, and forex. So these are the 4 disciplines each student has a choice to make, whichever one they would like to be involved in. With each one of our packages with the education, we get something called tokens. We receive something called tokens. That is a choice. It's a choice. You have to say yes or no. So I am putting it's a choice, so you would remember. When you receive, if you accept the tokens, these become coins through a process called mining, which you would learn about it in the education, from the education. Should you end up with 100 coins, just assuming you got 100 coins through the process, our company has its own economy, its own ecosystem called Deal Shaker, where we have an online presence where we can shop and buy from each other, we buy and sell. And inside of here, with our 100 coins, one of the coins is worth €29.95 presently. Now that could go up. So 100 by this would be roughly €3,000, where this is the value of it inside our ecosystem. Inside of here, we have over 100,000 merchants or businesses. And we have 3.5 million members. Our company says they would like to grow this number of merchants to 1 million. And they would like to grow the 3.5 members who, just like what you're doing, you have the opportunity to invite them and let them become students to 10 million. If you decide to invite and share and participate, just as you are doing, and invite others, the company says it will pay you a small commission. So for me and my household, I believe this is a win-win situation, because presently I am in this economy and I'm earning my regular money, my regular currency, whichever country it is. But side by side, I have another ecosystem, another economy where I can actually study and accept the tokens, earn some coins, and be able to use it. And should I participate and share this opportunity, I benefit by earning an income. So that is what we say to everyone when we say our motto, OneAcademy, is learn today, lead tomorrow. We learn and we earn. We hope you understand the presentation. We hope you understand this and what you have seen. And we want to say together for more, let's make history together, and we welcome you on board. Thank you very much.
And you know what is instructive about that? That video spoke about the coin being $29.95, and it may change. And it did. And that video is probably just about a year old, so much. It spoke about 3.5 million people. We have 3.7 million people. It shared the various disciplines. We have expanded. So what we see is that a company that is growing, a company that is expanding, a company, a project that is expanding through leaps and bounds. So it's you have an opportunity to be part of our team. But what I want you to be wary of and be careful is that this is a company where your investment is in education. We're not a product, we sell education. We're not telling you to come and invest in any coins. This is a business where our product is the education packages. You get, as Michelle and as was said, you get free tokens, which when mined, you get into cryptocurrency, which is education with benefits. So you can practically see growth and use those on our amazing Deal Shaker platform. Yeah. So we don't want people to use statements that it is investment, etc. But we want to make sure that you understand that we sell educational packages, and you, if you don't want the tokens, you can say no thank you. Not sensible, but you can say no thank you. So I want you to take an advantage and become a pioneer, become part of the reset. You know, people talk about reset. Reset your financial status, reset your life, get into a project that will take you into the new normal, the new world, the new century. So I want to thank you for taking time out of your schedule to share with so that I can share with you. The decision is yours, but together we can make history. One life for more life. And as we say, I like to coin the phrase, this is an educational revolution. In the world, people are creating weapons of mass destruction, whether they say it's a virus or any type of weapons. We, as you see at OneAcademy, we in One Life, what's being created are weapons of mass instruction to lift you, elevate your knowledge, improve your education and understanding, so you will become part of this project and move your life and your family's life to higher heights. I thank you. Good night. I'll turn you back over to your very amiable and endowed with knowledge host, Mr. Edwin Wilson. Thank you very much.
Wow, incredible. Thank you very much for sharing, Muriel. Guys, I promised you information. When we spoke of Muriel coming on, I told you we'd get information. And as she likes to say, she has many degrees and she'll gladly give them up for One Life. So thanks again, Muriel, for sharing. If Sarah is on, I would like just to add Edwin. I want to bring on two gentlemen. Firstly, a gentleman by the name of Edwin Wilson to share. He's a diamond in the business. Edwin, are you there? Are you? Let me just see. Okay, great. Right. Yes, so Mr. Edwin Wilson, are you able to share, sir?
Good night, everyone. Are you hearing me?
Loud and clear, sir.
All right. Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. And of course, we just heard a brilliant presentation from Muriel. And as Muriel was doing the presentation, my mind went back to when I first saw it. And sometimes you just got a lot of information there. And sometimes it could be overwhelming. And what we suggest you do to make it simple is to get back to the person who invited you and ask some of the questions. But for me, when I saw the presentation, I realized, one, I could get some financial education. This is back in 2017. And two, I could actually earn some income. If we realize what is taking place, and it's only because of the One Life education from our One Academy, we are really understanding what inflation is really doing to the world. All these stimulus packages. People, if you feel we have inflation now, wait on the next couple of months. It's going to get worse. So my question to you is, what are you going to do about it? How are you going to position yourself to hedge against that? Many people are in jobs that they don't like. Many people trying to achieve their dreams and goals and feeling like if it's getting further and further away. Because of this business, because I was able to join the mining process back in 2017, the same experience and opportunity our guests on the calls are getting tonight. We were able to mine our coin at different prices, watch it appreciate in value over time, and now we are able to spend and use our coins at the current price. So when most people are afraid and scared about whether they would have a job in the next few months, the people in the One Life business are not that scared. Come Saturday the 25th, when you see our global deal shaker, I am looking to purchase house, car, land, and several things with my ones. A lot of the people who told me not to do this business, I'm telling you, they are not that fortunate. They are not in a position as thousands of people in this business are to start, to begin to commence, to achieve their goals and dreams. So as I said before, get back to the person who invited you. Do not let anybody take this opportunity away from you. I'm telling you, if you don't take this on, you would live to regret it. Because the life this business is changing around the world is incredible. You are in the right place at the right time to get the right financial education on Forex, on the legal aspects of cryptocurrency, about blockchain technology and how it's going to change and impact the world. And you're also getting to do the practical aspects of mining your tokens, getting your cryptocurrency, and being able to purchase goods and services. The most usable cryptocurrency on the planet. We have bought from A to Z using our coins that is appreciating in value over time. Understand what was just presented here for you. And if you don't, let the person who invited you here help you along and guide you. But at the end of it all, get involved. Choose a package, get involved, and come on this incredible journey with us. Good night. Back to you, Wayne.
Wow, incredible, incredible. Thank you, Edwin, for sharing. As I said, you're going to get information tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I am ready to sign up again. Oops, I'm in the business already. Right, so as we move along, I want to bring now, before we close off, our incredible blue diamond, the captain of our One Life business, Mr. Cordell King James. Cordell, are you on?
Absolutely, Wayne. There's no way for me not to be on when we have the highly esteemed colleague of all of ours, Ms. Muriel Izama, top of the top of the top, doing what is necessary. And that is enlightening, empowering, and creating a way for persons to simply position themselves. So I would applaud you all to make sure you share this recording with a friend, a loved one, someone you consider. Tell them, listen, you have something that's could stop their heart because they need to slow down to catch this information. Allow me to just say one or two things because a lot have been said tonight. And I want to really make a plea to the nation of Trinidad and Tobago. As I've heard your Prime Minister say, or should I say our Prime Minister say, some things about digital identity, some things about going cashless, and I see a lot of people halfway excited, some people concerned, some people nervous. And for every IME, please note that he is not speaking on blockchain technology or cryptocurrency. We are already digital. I have a serious question to ask. If you're speaking that type of language, where is the planning to show that you're serious about that type of language you're speaking? Because you could never tell me that you now have this thought, because maybe you just have this thought or this idea. Maybe it just happened. Because how could you have this idea and you not be related or have communications or speak with the central bank so they don't print a bunch of new currency that we have to pay for, that immediately deflated our current currency in December 2019. We are 6 months away from December 2019. You're telling me, no, your plan is to go cashless. Where is the plans for this? The good Honorable Dr. Eric Williams and the Honorable Patrick Manning must be rolling over in their graves. These people are playing mad with your life and my life, and you don't know it. But for us who are on the inside, bless God. But that's not enough. You could be on the inside and still miss out if you don't understand what we are positioned for. And this is why we have to save every single human that's willing to listen. And if they're not listening, go on to the next, because someone wants to hear you. It is a sorting game. We have to sort through till we find that rubble, polish it off, and let the diamond shine. Friends, talk to people. Share this daily. Be a nuisance if you have to, but please talk to new people. A nuisance to the friends and the colleagues that may not be taking you serious. Be that, because when the time is right, they can't say that you didn't tell them. You heard what Edwin mentioned, that now they don't have the opportunity that he has, where at least he can have the ideas and thoughts. He could financially do it. But even if he can't financially do it, he could think about doing it. He's positioned to do it. None of them are. What does saith you? I say, push, push, and push some more. Do not be fooled, bamboozled by the hoax of fancy, dandelion type of talking for this election. No matter who you vote, you won't be voting the right party. As I mentioned the other night, vote yourself. Vote yourself for financial freedom. This one life opportunity has it, but it requires work. It's not a buying and you just get rich. No. This is a get wealth opportunity, but it requires you to do the work to acquire the wealth. Are you willing to acquire wealth to change your situation? I am. Are you? I suggest, I salute, I encourage you to join this Knights of this round table of the ecosystem that we have on a nightly basis and be anointed so you could be in position to present, host, teach, diamond, new diamond, whatever it takes for you to grow up in this industry, because your family deserves it if you know about it right now. Just do more. So to every knight that's on the call, I encourage you to recruit others. I encourage you to tell others. I encourage you to make a difference, because we have the difference maker. Thank you for your time. One life for more life. Your humble servant here. One's out.
Wow. Incredible, ladies and gentlemen. You got so much tonight. And as Muriel says, as we close off, weapons of mass instruction. Ladies and gentlemen, as our Blue Diamond Cordell King James said, and Edwin Wilson and Muriel, get back to the person who invited you. Get more information. Don't just listen to this and walk away. You will regret it, as Edwin said. And as we close off, tomorrow night, we are going to be right back here. You heard Edwin speak about it. We will be doing another presentation. It will be on the Deal Shaker. So invite. Those of you who looked at it tonight, you can come back and look at that also. But do not, ladies and gentlemen, just take this information and say, I know, because you really will not if you walk away. Thank you and good night.